Moving football head, it's time for the 15 facts about us. I'm Ravi's blog and welcome to Animation Bliss Top 15 Animated Facts series. Today's video will be about everyone's favorite football headed kid, Hey Arnold. For this video, we will be listing 15 facts about Hey Arnold that every cartoon fan should know about. And if you want to check out new videos from this channel, then feel free to subscribe to our channel and tune in every Sunday for new videos and every Monday for new videos for the top 15 animated facts series. Also, we would like to thank the viewers who have suggested this video. So come along and join in on the fun. Number 1. Hey Arnold was created by Craig Bartlett, and it started out as a set of claymation shorts that appeared on the 1986 TV series Pee-wee's Playhouse, which starred Paul Reubens as the Tyler Pee Wee Herman. At the time, Craig Bartlett was working on a set of claymation shorts that feature a girl named Penny, and even though Penny was a major focus of most of the claymation shorts, there were also claymation shorts about a boy named Arnold. Number 2. The claymation shorts would be about Arnold attending a rich prep school and having vivid imaginations. This would usually cause someone in the shorts to yell out, "Hey Arnold!" to get his attention. The only characters featured in the shorts were Arnold himself, Helga, Harold, Wanda, and even Arnold's parents, although their faces weren't shown. There was a total of 3 claymation shorts created, which were Arnold Escapes from Church, The Arnold Waltz, and Arnold Rides His Chair. Arnold Rides His Chair was the final claymation short created, and it aired on Sesame Street in 1991. Basically, this short was about Arnold imagining himself traveling around the world from his chair. Number 3. In 1996, Nickelodeon released their first movie called Harriet the Spy, which starred young Michelle Trachtenberg as Harriet, in theaters, and this allowed Nickelodeon to test out whether or not Hey Arnold should become a TV series. The pilot episode was simply called Arnold, and was actually made in 1993, but it aired before the Harriet the Spy movie in theaters. Even though Harriet the Spy received mixed reviews upon its release, the Hey Arnold pilot actually got positive reviews, and this caused Nickelodeon to greenlit the series. So, what became of this pilot episode? Well, it was eventually remade into a season 1 episode, 24 Hours to Live. Number 4. Prior to the release of Hey Arnold, there were other Nicktoons shows that featured kids as the main characters, such as Doug and Rugrats. However, most of the voice actors voicing the kid characters were adults. Hey Arnold became the very first Nicktoon to use child actors to voice the characters. Number 5. Because the show used child actors to voice the characters, this would become a problem whenever the voice actors would go through puberty, and their voices would start changing. One of the most well-known examples of this was the constant changing of voice actors for Arnold himself. Arnold went through 5 different voice actors throughout the show's run, which were J.D. Daniels, who voiced Arnold in the pilot episode Arnold, Lane Taran, who is known as Taran Caldo at the time, who voiced Arnold throughout season 1, Philip Van Dyke, who voiced Arnold throughout seasons 2 and 3, Spencer Klein, who voiced Arnold throughout seasons 4 and 5, and Alex D. Lentz, who voiced Arnold in the Hey Arnold movie. A similar instance happened with Gerald's voice actor, Jamil Walker-Smith, except the difference was that Jamil Walker-Smith voiced Gerald throughout the show's run. The episode Gerald's tonsils had Gerald getting his tonsils taken out, and his voice ends up changing as a result. This was done to explain why Jamil Walker-Smith's voice was getting deeper. Number 6. More of an interesting fact about the creator Craig Bartlett himself, Craig Bartlett is actually related to The Simpsons creator, Matt Groening. Craig Bartlett is married to Lisa Groening, who's Matt Groening's sister, making him Matt Groening's brother-in-law. With that being said, Matt Groening and Lisa Groening actually helped Craig Bartlett during the early years of Hey Arnold. Number 7. All of the girls in Arnold's class, such as Helga, Wanda, Phoebe, and Nadine, were all based on girls that Craig Bartlett knew and liked when he was growing up. Number 8. The city that Arnold and the gang lived in was called Hillwood. At the beginning, it was pretty vague about what city the kids actually lived in, until Craig Bartlett stated in an interview that the city of Hillwood was based on a group of cities which included Seattle, Portland, Brooklyn, and Nashville. Number 9. Most of the buildings in Arnold's hometown were named after various people who worked on the show, such as having a water tower called Low Water, which was named after Steve Lowaite, the layout designer for the show. Number 10. During the show's run, many fans had thought that Arnold was wearing a skirt underneath his sweater, but it turns out to be a long shirt. This was often alluded to within the series, and even one Nicktoons promo had Arnold outright state that he's wearing a shirt underneath his sweater, not a kilt. Number 11. Arnold's teacher, Mr. Simmons, is revealed to be gay by Craig Bartlett himself. While the actual show never mentioned Mr. Simmons' sexuality, there was a slight hint about this in the Thanksgiving special, when Mr. Simmons invites his friend Peter over for Thanksgiving. So, technically speaking, this would make Hey Arnold one of the first children's shows to have an LGBT character, predating The Legend of Korra and The Loud House by a few years. Number 12. In 2002, Hey Arnold the movie premiered in theaters, and was the very first movie starring everyone's favorite football head. The movie was about Arnold and his friends trying to save the neighborhood from being demolished and replaced by a shopping center. Unfortunately, the movie bombed at the box office, only bringing in $13.7 million. Number 13. Originally, there was going to be a spinoff about Helga and her family called The Patakians. The spinoff would have been about Helga being a teenager and dealing with her overbearing father, Big Bob, her mother Miriam, who is stated to be an alcoholic according to Craig Bartlett himself, as she has a strange obsession with smoothies, and her perfect sister Olga, who Helga resents. The spinoff would have aired at Nick at Night, but unfortunately Nickelodeon thought that the show was too dark and didn't pick the show up. They then tried to pitch the show to MTV, but MTV also turned it down due to the show being too similar to Daria. Number 14. During the final years of the show, Craig Bartlett ended up getting into a contractual disagreement with Nickelodeon. Craig Bartlett wanted to work with other networks, especially since he was working on Party Wagon for Cartoon Network at the time. But Nickelodeon wanted Craig Bartlett to only work for them and not for any other network. This caused Craig Bartlett to leave Nickelodeon, and the Jungle Movie, which would have resolved the plotline about Arnold finding his parents, was cancelled as a result. Luckily, due to heavy fan support for the Jungle Movie project to continue, the Jungle Movie aired on Nickelodeon for the first time in years in 2017. And finally, number 15. It was a running gag on the show that Arnold's last name was never revealed to the audience. So, what is Arnold's last name anyway? Well, it turns out that Arnold's last name is actually Shortman. That's right, Arnold's grandfather, Grandpa Phil, was always calling Arnold Shortman, and fans assumed that it was just a nickname that Grandpa Phil gave to Arnold. It turns out, though, that Grandpa Phil was actually calling Arnold by his last name this whole time. Wow, what a clever way to solve this running gag within the series. So that's the top 15 animated facts about Hey Arnold. Did you learn enough about the history of Hey Arnold? Please comment below. And don't forget to suggest more cartoons for the top 15 animated facts series. I'm Rabbit Ears blog at Animation Bliss, and Hey Arnold, wait up!